Hi, my name is Cason Richardson, and this is my career presentation. I'd like to start off with a quote from Albert Einstein. Life is like riding a bicycle. To keep your balance, you must keep moving. I chose this quote because it can apply to everybody. If you're not moving forward, then you're not getting anywhere. So to keep moving forward, you have to achieve your goal, you must keep pushing and moving forward. A couple of weeks ago, I was told that a lot of students that have graduated do not have the same major as their career presentation. So I asked, well then why are we doing this? And I was told that this is just to get an idea of what we want to do when we get older. And that really got me thinking, what do I want to do? A couple weeks ago, we took a test on career cruising that helped me find my top 2 career clusters. They are technology and communication and all clusters. I decided that I was going to find my top 3 career choices, which are being a lawyer, an engineer, and an architect. I wanted to be a lawyer so that made being an engineer my opportunity cost, or next best alternative. As a lawyer, what I would do is I would represent my clients in court, I would read them their legal rights and restrictions, and I would sometimes hold counsels and prepare for upcoming court cases. Some positive incentives about being a lawyer are I'm making a difference in many people's lives, which is one of the main reasons why I decided to be a lawyer. It makes a decent salary, and it is very important. And it is something I'm interested in, which is very important in why I decided to be a lawyer. It's something I'm interested in, which is very important to me. Some negative incentives are there are long hours involved. A lawyer can be stuck at the office for 12 hours at a time. There's a lot of paperwork involved. A lot of what a lawyer does to prepare for upcoming court cases is read over documents. And there are large amounts of stress involved because there is a lot of pressure put on the lawyer. This is my monthly budget. I make $60,000 a year, which evens out to about $5,000 a month. I live in Boston, Massachusetts with my 2 roommates, which means that some of the costs for things are split, such as my housing. I spend a little over $1,000 a month on my housing. Something that really surprised me with my monthly budget was I thought that I would be spending all of this money on a car, and I thought that I would be spending this on gas, when in reality I didn't even need a car because I would be using Boston's many forms of public transportation such as buses, subways, and trolleys. This is my pie chart, and as you can see, a lot of what comes out of my monthly budget is for taxes. And as a child, I never really realized how much taxes came out of your monthly budget. But I also was a little bit surprised at how little school loans came out of my monthly budget because I expected a little bit more. But only about 5% comes out. Some trade-offs in my monthly budget are I decided to take some money out of my toiletries and put more into my food. I decided not to have a car so that I could distribute more among other categories. And I decided to put less money into charity so that I could afford, and put more into savings so that I could afford luxuries later on. A couple weeks ago, we were asked to draw how we wanted to make our mark in this world. And I was a little disappointed because I was told that I couldn't be a professional athlete. But I decided that I wanted to make my mark in a little bit of a different way. I decided that I was going to graduate from law school and become a big lawyer and help as many people as possible in the courtroom. And I was going to retire and donate as much money to charity as I possibly could so that I could help those that are less fortunate than I. There were a lot of things that factored into which college I decided to go to, but I focused on 2 main things. It had to be out of state and it had to be affordable, which is why I decided to go to Boston University. It's in Massachusetts, which is far away from where I'm living now. So that means that I would get the opportunity to explore different places and gather new experiences. It's also affordable because I only have to spend $250 a month to pay off my school loans. There is also a lot of extra education needed to become a lawyer. What I would need to do is I would need to get my undergraduate pre-law education. I would need to take the law school admissions test. I would need to go to law school in that state, take the state bar exam, and pass to legally practice law in that state. That's 7 total years of schooling after high school. Some of the websites that I used were Career Cruising, which was the main website that I used to get my articles from, Career One Stop, BigFuture.College Board, Student Aid, and My Plan. These sources really help me find information and figure out what a lawyer would be doing on a day-to-day basis, such as, and also these two articles. I found out that a successful lawyer working at a law firm could make up to about $500,000 per year. But what I do can impact a lot of people's lives for many reasons. Like, if you get into any legal trouble, I would be the one you call to get you out of it. But this career is very important to me because I have the opportunity to help as many people as possible, and I have the opportunity to impact their lives in a very big way. And what I do is also very important to society, because if people in the world didn't have lawyers, then they would have to represent themselves in court, which in my mind I don't think that would go over very well. Thank you for listening to my career presentation.